video, we are going to be determining the angle measurements for parallel lines cut by transversals. So in the last video, we named all of the different types of angles that are created when we have two parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. Okay, so in the previous video, we talked about 4 types of angles that can be formed when a transversal cuts through a pair of parallel lines. They are corresponding, alternate, interior, alternate, exterior, and consecutive interior. All 3 of these, corresponding, alternate interior, and alternate exterior, are equal. The consecutive interior, remember, together equals 180. So corresponding, they're the same. Alternate interior, they're the same. And alternate exterior, they're the same. Consecutive interior is the only thing that is different. So what we're going to be asked to do is we're going to be asked to identify the type of angle. Okay, so 119 with this question mark here. Those two are going to be what type of angles? So those would be vertical because they're opposite of one another. So there's a few other terms mixed back in. So if those are vertical, then angle question mark is going to equal 119 degrees. Because vertical angles equal 119 degrees. For example 2, 133 with this question mark out here. So since they are outside of the parallel lines, we can automatically cross off the 2 interior names. So it means it's either corresponding or alternate exterior. And since these are not in the exact same location with one another, these would be alternate exterior. And alternate exterior angles I know equal the same amount. So angle question mark would be 133 degrees. All right. For number 3, these 2 angles are in the exact same location. Okay, and if they're in the exact same location, they're going to be corresponding angles. Since we know corresponding angles equal the same amount, since this one's 96, that means angle question mark is also going to be 96 degrees. I want you to pause the video and try example 4 and 5 on your own and see if you come up with the right answers. All right, so since angle 55 and angle question mark are on the insides of the parallel lines, it can either be alternate interior or consecutive interior. And since they are on the same side of the transversal, they're going to be consecutive interior because they're right next to one another. Consecutive interior are the ones that together, 55 plus the question mark, will equal 180. So we have to solve here. So angle question mark is going to equal 125 degrees. All right, 67 and the question mark, they're inside of the parallel lines, but they're on opposite sides of the transversal. So that means they're going to be alternate interior. And alternate interior are going to have the same angle measurement. So angle question mark is going to equal 67 degrees. Hopefully you're kind of getting the gist of these and when they'll be equal and when they'll equal 180. Okay, so in this next example, they only gave us one angle measurement. But because they gave us that one angle measurement, we should be able to find all of the other 7 angles. Okay? This one is angle 6, so I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Angle 7 and angle 8. Okay? So those are all of the angles I need to find. All right, I am first going to deal with the corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are in the exact same location. So angle 65 degrees and angle 2 are both corresponding. So that means angle 2 also must be 65 degrees. Okay. I also know that 2 and 4 and 6 and 8 are vertical angles. So that means that 4 and 8 are also going to be 65 degrees. I'm going to use the fact that I know that angle 2 and angle 5 are consecutive interior, and that the two of those together are going to equal 180. So if I take 65 plus, and I'm going to use B, and I subtract the 65 to 180, that B is going to equal 115. So that means that if angle 5 is 115, then angle 3 is also 115. Because those are alternate interior angles together. And then because 5 and 7 and 1 and 3 are vertical angles, those are also 115 degrees. So guys, as you can see, all 8 angles within a parallel lines cut by a transversal, all 8 angles will either be one of 2 angle measurements. So in this problem, they were either 65 degrees or 115 degrees. We didn't have any other angle measurements within this problem. Okay. All right, one last one. This last one asks us a few different questions that we kind of have to play around with. So the, 7A says angle 1 is 78 degrees. What is the measurement of angle 4? Well, I know that angle 1 and angle 4 are vertical angles. So that means that angle 4 has to be 78 degrees. So 7B, so this is kind of like a whole new problem. If angle 2 is 65 degrees, then what is the angle measurement of angle A? Or sorry, angle 8. So angle 2 and angle 8, they are outside of the parallel lines, and they are on opposite sides. So those are going to be alternate exterior angles with one another. So that means angle 8 would also have to be 65 degrees. Guys, as you can see, they look to be the same size. They're both acute angles, so they look to be the same. 7C says if angle 5 is 44 degrees, what is the angle measurement of angle 4? Okay. So again, using this transversal, they are on opposite sides outside of the parallel lines. So those are also going to be alternate exterior angles, which have the same angle measurement of 44 degrees. And the last example, 7D, if angle 2 is 45 degrees and angle 4 is 72 degrees, then what is angle 3? Now guys, this problem, none of these are the 4 types that we just went over, but all 3 of these together sit on that straight line on the same side. And what do we know about angles that sit on a straight line on the same side? Together, they should all add up to 180 degrees. So if I took 45, I'm going to use X, plus angle 3, which I'm using X, plus 72, those 3 together are going to equal 180. So I combine my like terms. I subtract the 117. So angle 3, or X, is going to equal 63 degrees. So if I add these 3 up, 63 plus 45 plus 72, I should get 180. And I do. Okay? So you have to look at all of the different examples all separately on example 7. Okay? They're all different situations. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me any questions or go back and rewatch the video.